guys, this is me, Malorian, and this will be kind of a video just kind of based on the idea I want to talk about, and really what that is the idea of taking part in developing or being a playtester for a game that you really like. Now, this came up back when I did the Warhammer, when that was happening on. People always said, like, oh man, wouldn't it be awesome if Games Workshop had people like Once Bitten and Malorian go in there and set up the rules. Later on, when of course Games Workshop killed the rules, and then 9th edition and other things came out, people were saying like, oh man, wouldn't it be awesome if Malorian did this, and Once Bitten and blah blah blah. And now it came again with the Privateer Press, where they were putting out a thing saying, hey, we are looking for more people to be playtesters and to be, you know, rule development and all that type of stuff. And again, I had people kind of like poking me, saying like, oh, shouldn't you be doing this? Isn't this something you'd like to do? And the funny thing is that no, I would not like that whatsoever. I think that'd be the worst thing I would ever want to do. And what it really comes down to is just the fact that when I'm playing a game, you know, of course, I've always talked about how I'm kind of like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing, where part of me wants to play for fun and part of me wants to play for competitive. And no part of that really gets an advantage and really enjoys being a person that's having my fingers in the pot for controlling the rules. Now, first of all, it's a lot of work, right? If you ever want to get into that stuff, it is a lot of tedious work trying to make sure that you're thinking of all the possibilities. You know, like, how is this compared to this, compared to that? Are the points right? Should I maybe adjust this a little bit? Is this really fair? Does this give some room to develop? Is this giving something interesting? And it's really a lot of work around that. And it's not even so much the work, right? Sure, I could say that right now where I am with, you know, having 3 kids and other stuff going on, that now's not really the right time for having all this extra work, but that's not even it. That's not the real problem for me. The problem for me for having your fingers in there is that you can no longer fully now, I believe anyway, from my point of view, enjoy the game. If I am playing Warhammer or War Machine and I know behind the scenes, I've been having discussions talking about like, ooh, maybe it should have been this rule, or maybe it should have been this number, and either it's something that I really feel that should have been and was, or that I was against and happened, you know, I'm going to be sitting there after thinking about that and not thinking about the game. You know, as I'm setting things up, I'll be like, oh, I know these guys should have been a higher defense, or oh, look at this, you know, that's a higher mat than it should have been. Look at what's happening now. Or hey, you know, like I did this right. Look at this. It's taking away from the game. And worse that is, it's not just internal, right? It's not just you thinking about that man, you know, I'm thinking now about the rules, which could actually screw you up as well, right? I know, like, it could be that if you are always thinking about all these different versions of the rules are being debated, you might screw up the rules yourself when you're playing. But it's also like your friends, right? If you're playing against your buddy, let's just assume right now we know actually that scoring's in a bad spot. Let's assume I'm playing against my buddy who does scoring. He is not going to be friendly with me, right? Right now we can play and we can say like, man, it just seems like Scoring's missing something. Wouldn't it be nice if he had that or that or that? And if I was in the position where I was a playtester or, you know, rule developer or any of that type of stuff, and all of a sudden if I'm playing that person, it'd be like, huh, looks like you screwed this up. How come you're not fixing this? Don't you think this should be this? And all of a sudden it's a lot more personal, right? These people are coming at me personally. It's not just us just chatting and saying like, oh man, you know, like this could be a little bit stronger, or maybe this is a little bit too weak. Yeah, you know, maybe it could be this or this or this. No, it's a personal attack now against me, saying, why did you do this? Why did you make this so strong? Why did you make this so weak? And of course, you know, the more external pressure you have on that, the more you're going to internalize it yourself, right? We're just on the ride to work or in the middle of a meal, you'll be thinking like, man, what are we going to do about this? What can we change about this? Man, I can't believe this. We got to change this. This needs to be fixed. And that's not what I want this game to be. I want my games to be something I can sit down and enjoy and say like, hey, these are awesome models, or hey, this makes for an awesome game, and I want to go off to a tournament and I want to be able to focus on these are the rules I have. I'm going to make this competitive. I want to try and win. I don't want to be going to a tournament saying like, oh, based on this version of the rules, this is going to happen. But if it was this version or this version, it just takes all the fun out of it. So again, I've had some people saying to me like, oh, Malorian, wouldn't you love to be on like the Ninth Age Council and get into that? And that's kind of more, water on the bridge now, or more so now like, oh, look at this thing where private press are looking for new people for, looking at playtesting and stuff. No. That is not what I want whatsoever. So anyway, I just thought I'd make a video on it just to kind of give my stance on it in case you're a person who are wondering why I'm not applying for this, and also too kind of wondering what your thoughts are, right? Is this something that you would want to go for? Would it take the fun out of the game for you, or would you actually like to have that control and help steer it? So either way, guys, really quick video just on kind of like something that's going on that I wanted to talk about, and yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. So until then, we'll catch you later. Bye.